So now we're going to do our encasement for our Danish dough. So this is the Danish dough that I made. I made it yesterday, and it's been sitting in the fridge, and it looks great. It's proofed up. It's doing quite well. So I've already made my barrage. Maybe you can see it over there. My butter package is ready. So again, the butter package is just butter, and I put some flour on it. And then I roll it out to pretty much match the size of the wrapper for your butter. So some flour on my table so I don't get some sticking issues. Right. So this dough is a little different than the puff pastry because this dough has eggs and sugar and yeast. All kinds of fun stuff that we just don't have in the puff pastry. So this dough's feeling pretty good. This dough, though, does showcase one of the problems that I have with the clover butter. And the clover butter is just, it's a very brittle butter. Some chefs, they'll use a butter called Pelugra. Now Pelugra it's a European style butter, but it's made in New Jersey. But it has good elasticity, it stretches well. A lot of commercial butters like we get in the grocery store, they don't stretch very well. They don't stretch, they crack. So one of the problems I've had with this particular butter and this dough in particular is the butter, the roll-in doesn't always go smooth. And I'm still working on ways to get the roll-in better using our butter of choice, which is the clover. All right. So I have my dough. I'm going to square it off now. Always helps to get everything square and get your angles right. Everything just comes together better and it looks better. And you don't miss spots. All right. So this is pretty good. So when I did the croissant dough, I did one kind of encasement. But as is always the case, there are more than one ways to do these things. So I'm going to do my encasement on this one slightly differently. So here's my barrage, my butter packet. I'm going to, let me think about this. Oh yeah. So we want it to cover about 2/3 of the dough. All right. So I'm going to take and I'm going to manipulate this butter a little bit because I want it to go all the way out to the edge, and I want it to be square, and I want it not to crack. I want it to stretch. All right. So it's a little thick over there. So try to get it close to the edge as you can. If your consistency on your butter is correct, your butter won't squish out the sides. All right, so just a bit further. All right, even. We want it even. All right. So I'm going to take this and fold it over just like that. Square up my edges. Make sure I have a nice straight line here. Square up this edge as well. Get rid of any excess flour. And now this one, I'm going to bring this up over here like this. All right. Again, let's square up the edges. Get it all looking good. So this process right here, this rolling with the butter in there, is accomplished when we're at the Culinary Center with our dough sheeter. So we do this by hand in intro anyway. We don't have a dough sheeter in our classroom upstairs. So we will always do this by hand. However, if you are going to be a baker and you're going to be doing this, chances are you're not going to be doing it like this. All right. This is great for small batches. All right. So all I did was I just released some of the tension on there, and I'm going to square this up. Take my bench brush. I'm going to get rid of this. So I'm going to bring it up so it's about 2/3. Square everything up. All right. Now I'm going to bring this one over. Square everything up. All right. All right, so our first turn is done on this one. So this one is going to get 3 turns, 3 single turns. So the first turn is done. So we're going to mark it with 1 dimple just like this. And just like our croissant dough, we're going to give 20 minutes rest time in the refrigerator between turns. And then bring it out, turn it, give it 2 dimples, back into the fridge. So that is basic encasement.